Ben Affleck has lived one of Hollywood's wildest careers. From transforming into Batman and surviving massive box office disasters, to filming while seriously sick and making career-saving comebacks, these are the surprising Ben Affleck stories that prove reality can be even more dramatic than the movies. Ben Affleck went through an intense transformation to become Bruce Wayne in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Determined to embody a bulkier, more powerful Batman, Affleck teamed up with trainer Walter Norton Jr. for a grueling 6-month program focused on heavy bodybuilding techniques. His workouts included 80-pound dumbbell curls, loaded carries, and farmer's walks with 60-pound weights, pushing his strength and endurance to the limit. Affleck packed on nearly 30 pounds of muscle, going from 198 to 225 pounds to match the image of a seasoned, battle-hardened Dark Knight. By the time filming began, his imposing physique brought Zack Snyder's vision of Batman to life. Justice League broke him, but Batman saved his son's birthday. Justice League was a tough ride for Ben Affleck, plagued by controversy, reshoots, and 2 different versions. But in the middle of all the chaos, Affleck found a silver lining. His kids couldn't watch many of his films, including Argo. So, for his son's birthday, he suited up as Batman. Full costume, full commitment. That moment with his son made it all worth it. Affleck later said the experience was worth every moment of suffering. For a dad who endured the mess of Justice League, being Batman at a birthday party turned out to be his real superpower. Ben Affleck nearly didn't make it through one of Armageddon's most emotional moments for a reason no one could see. While filming the scene where AJ Frost is forced to leave the asteroid and say goodbye, Affleck was battling severe food poisoning. Too early in his career to stop production, he showed up anyway. Between takes, he was physically sick into a nearby trash can, then stepped right back into the scene. The exhaustion and strain on screen weren't planned, they were real, captured while he pushed through one of the hardest days of filming. One superhero movie went so wrong that it pushed an actor to try again with another legendary hero. Ben Affleck starred as Matt Murdock in Daredevil, a Marvel film about a blind lawyer who secretly fights crime as a vigilante at night. The movie featured a strong cast and performed well at the box office, helping show that Marvel characters could draw big audiences. But critics were brutal, and the film became infamous as one of the worst comic-to-film adaptations of the era. Affleck later admitted he regrets the movie, and the experience ultimately motivated him to take on the role of Batman. Ben Affleck's Giggly wasn't just a movie flop, it became a cultural punchline. The actor later admitted that his real-life romance with Jennifer Lopez helped sink the film. According to Affleck, the studio rewrote Giggly to cash in on their celebrity relationship, forcing in romantic comedy elements that didn't belong in the original script. What was supposed to be a gritty crime story turned into an awkward love story that audiences rejected instantly. The film lost around $70 million, and Affleck suggested things might have gone differently if Lopez hadn't been cast after Halle Berry dropped out. Ben Affleck reportedly shut down production on Gone Girl because he refused to wear a New York Yankees cap. Director David Fincher wanted Affleck's character to blend into an airport crowd by wearing the famous baseball hat during one scene. But Affleck, a lifelong Boston Red Sox fan from Massachusetts, absolutely would not do it. He reportedly told Fincher he would do almost anything for the movie except wear Yankees gear because he believed it would become a huge talking point. The disagreement became serious enough that production allegedly paused for several days while they worked out a compromise, all over a single baseball cap. Ben Affleck struggled so much with one movie kiss that he later admitted it felt like a disaster. While filming Chasing Amy, Affleck had to kiss another man on screen and said the experience became far harder than he expected. He described fighting his own instincts during the scene and even joked that the final kiss looked more like Tom and Jerry than an actual romantic moment. Affleck admitted he pulled back during filming instead of fully committing to the scene. On top of that, Sandra Bullock reportedly tried offering him breath mints while they filmed kissing scenes together in Forces of Nature. Ben Affleck got the chance to play Batman, but he wasn't a fan of what he had to wear to do it. While many people dream of putting on the Batsuit, Affleck described his version as humiliating and ridiculous. The reason was that the suit used for Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice was actually a motion capture outfit designed to allow greater freedom of movement. Instead of feeling like the Dark Knight, Affleck found himself wearing what he jokingly called his visual effects pajamas. For one of the most iconic superheroes ever created, the reality of the costume was far less glamorous than fans might expect. One movie nearly derailed Ben Affleck's entire career. After early success with Good Will Hunting, Hollywood pushed Affleck as a leading man, but the results were inconsistent. While films like Armageddon and Pearl Harbor made money, others struggled and things hit rock bottom with Giggly. The film earned just $7 million worldwide and became one of the biggest setbacks of his career. Instead of relying on acting alone, Affleck reinvented himself by directing. First came The Town, which earned $152 million worldwide, followed by Argo with $227 million and a Best Picture win. That comeback turned one of Hollywood's biggest disappointments into one of its biggest redemption stories. Ben Affleck left college to focus on a project that would eventually win an Academy Award. After attending the University of Vermont, Affleck continued his education at Occidental College, where he studied Middle Eastern affairs while also pursuing acting. At the same time, he was working with Matt Damon on a screenplay they had started developing together. In June 1993, Affleck made the decision to leave college and dedicate himself to writing. The script they worked on for 6 years became Good Will Hunting. Eventually, the pair sold the screenplay and went on to win an Academy Award for Best Screenplay.